Dynes Motor Group offer the essential vehicle services, being vehicle recovery, mobile tyre fitting services and service and repair MOT workshops. We have 3 locations based in the Greater London area, 2 of which are our auto repair centres. The other one's a control room which allows us to cover the whole of the UK for roadside breakdown, mobile tyre fitting and recovery. And that's via our network of agents that we use on a daily basis. Well, when I first joined Dynes, one of my first projects was to look at our claims history, looking at insurance claims. After doing so, it was quite clear to see that many of the claims made against us were never challenged. And after getting a good idea of what our trend was, it was quite clear that we needed supporting evidence. Now, as a fleet operator, I've operated fleet for a number of years now, through my experience of dealing with insurers, you're generally at fault. It's down to you to prove your innocence as such. And even when there's quite sufficient evidence to prove liability, the onus is still on you as an operator to show you wasn't at fault. Well, the data helps us by quite clearly getting a good picture of what happened, really. Yes, the driver details is one thing, but having that clear footage of what happened is key. Now, this is also key when we're not at fault, but also when we are at fault, when it's quite clear that we're liable. We need that information so that we can act promptly and manage that claim so we can reduce or control the costs. And also put in place any remedial action we need to do, i.e. with training, or if it's a vehicle type malfunction, we need to address that straight away. Reliability is key. We needed a product that is reliable, so when something does happen, we know we've got that data footage captured. Remote access is also a massive bonus for us because our fleet runs 24/7, so having that vehicle off the road is downtime for us and we can't afford to keep our customers waiting. So to be able to just link into the footage, download the section that we want, is brilliant. It's a brilliant product. And the supporting features as well. Now, when we do have an incident occur, I want to be able to access that footage, also pinpoint the location as a supporting factor, and also on top of that is tap into the driver style, the characteristics leading up to that event from the driver, harsh braking, steering, etc. And this all helps me along with the investigation should an incident occur. Well, essentially, the reason I put cameras on my vehicles to get a good idea of what happened in the lead up to and the aftermath of the incident. The forward facing is a great entry level start to the camera system, but fundamentally it only shows you it's only worth anything to show that yes, you run into the back of another vehicle or you collided, so essentially it was your fault. I found quite quickly I needed at least another 3 cameras to show the whole 360 of that vehicle, the 2 sides and the rear. That gives me a greater picture, and that also gives me the credible footage to defend myself against any claims made against us. Yeah, so the reason we have the rear load camera on board is as the vehicle is under load, being winched up onto the bed obviously, that camera shows a high level image, so it kind of covers the whole of the winching mechanism, the whole of the recovery from the roadside onto the vehicle bed. We use the cameras for other factors as well, not only for accident investigation. We also use it, again, due to the high risk nature of our business and the fact that our drivers are working roadside. We like to monitor to ensure that they've got the best practice. So we periodically check the live camera systems against jobs on our record to ensure that they carried out the recovery as we would expect them to do so. This is done by using our driver trainer Paul, who spends a lot of time with the drivers to ensure they meet that requirement. And he does this by tapping into the ProVision product, looking at the cameras and offsetting it by what he feels they should be covering whilst carrying out the recovery. The Communication with the ProVision team is second to none, really. If I want to get in touch with the technical department, it's a phone call, and it's a simple phone call if I want to speak to the senior management team of that. They value our business. That's a key factor here. We know our business is valued, and we know we're not just another customer along the way for them. Well, using the portal, it's lovely to have that peace of mind to ensure that all my vehicle cameras are working, and that's quite clear and evident on the front page of the ProVision portal where there's a nice green box that says me everything's okay. Should that be red, I know I've got an issue with the cameras, and again, like I said, it's a simple phone call to the technical department. Well, I think there's been an overall improvement in the efficiency of the way we handle the claims. We've actually seen a reduction in cost and payouts over the last year, and also it's key to handle non-compliance of our workers. If we can highlight and address and put in remedial action in place to ensure the safety of our staff and our customers, I mean, that's paramount to us. Probably twofold. I'd say the innovation that ProVision always looking to enhance their products, I would say, and also overall and key to that would be the service levels. I can't fault the service levels and the efficiency in which, if there are any issues, they're rectified very quickly, and again that goes throughout the team.